Outsider auxiliaries. Gets us non-core manpower. Undesirables. That's conscription of raiders and stuff. Mutants. We have all mutants probably because we're so friendly with Unity. Proficient mercenaries. Ah, this is the education level. So the think tank cannot do any of these except for proficient mercenaries, or they have their own special one, which is possible. Mercenary training instructors. This is this is training time and organization. So we're very heavily reliant on mercenaries, which does make sense. Funding the army. Funding the army at the moment. It does reduce construction time a little bit. Oh, but this reduces your country base and node income. So funding the army does give us a fairly decent balance. Open to traders. I would hope so. Construction speed. This is the most open. Yes, it is. We are, after all, the trade nation. This gives lots of country trade income. Standard wages. Disallowed wage changes for 140 days. Oh, I see. We can mothball. We can increase pensions. So family stipends gives experience, organization, recovery rate, but increases the caps expense. Massive increase to organization and experience gain, massive increase to caps expenses. But if we're very, very wealthy, then we probably could go for something like lifetime pensions, which would give our organization just a massive boost. Then we've also got the various economic advisors, of which there are many. Infrastructure, civilian factories, outposts, coastal fort, anti-air. Construction stuff, more construction stuff. Trade, caps increase. And another one. Gunrunner opinion. Ah, so this is how you get the various minor factions, the organizations joining you. Then freedom of speech, we are completely free. Slavery is currently outlawed. Chems are legal, I guess because we sell them. It's just good business. Tax and pride, these are cultural advisors. Economic powerhouse, daily political power, stability, self-sufficiency, population. Whoa, you're really good. Lloyd Tower. You're going to be a priority, I think, because consumer goods down, agriculture research speed, which we are currently doing, and I always prioritize the monthly population. You're like a definite choice. Langford, stability down, energy cell growth, air tech. Arnold Gore, paint it red. Damage to garrisons down, 10% reduction to coring costs. Interesting. And then we have the pre-war designs, which I don't think have changed. Major businesses. So these are equipment designers. Oh no, arms company, and the oh no, explosives company. Not sure how much I would trust either of those, especially that one. It does make everything cheaper, also makes everything a lot worse. It goes faster if it's red. Power armor, max speed from the greasers, steel soldiers, combat robots and support robots, construction, support equipment. And the golden gecko is just more stability. And you can have two major businesses. A vehicle designer, so we've got the Angry armor, Tim's tanks, and then the car manufacturer, Wheelmother's garage. Oh, this actually increases hard attack now. I think that used to not do anything. Navy, so we've got the canoe, which reduces cost and also reduces range, and then builds battleships, which reduces cost, armor, heavy attack, and max range. So basically, the naval stuff is all bad. Aircraft, victorious flyers, and the aircraft is just solely good. Alright then. Are you the only one that cares zero about monthly pop growth? In Old World Blues you kind of have to though, because populations are so low. Population growth can make a massive difference. I knew I was missing the Old World Blues soundtrack. Just that withering silence at the start. I don't really know why. Also, interesting aside, which I just realised I never actually pointed out in the streams for Battle of the Bosphorus. They now have these tutorial things. Can I get rid of that? Because it's kind of annoying. I don't think I need it. No, I can't. Oh well. Yeah, this is out on Friday. So, Lanius' cohort just declared war on the Blue Rose Society, which is these chaps down here. The man in black. It's XCOM! Well, we're all doomed. At least it's not the Red Rose Society, otherwise Lanius would be doomed! And then the Desert Rangers declared war on the Vipers. Didn't the Vipers get an update? No, it was the Jackals. They've become cannibals. Yeah. They changed the Jackals to be cannibals as they're supposed to be. Can't get rid of them, they seem annoyingly hard-coded. That's unfortunate. XCOM, maybe they're based in Roswell. Maybe. By the way, did Will ships get a range increase? Because, especially with the -50 range, it's really hard to get fleets anywhere besides the port that they left. Does Blue Rose have their own tree? I didn't check. Should probably do, before they die. They do not. They are settlers. Okay, technology. That was research. And this one's still ahead of time, so we're not going to work on that one just yet. Oh wait, what was that? Diplomacy distance. That's a thing? No, it's not. I'm guessing that's yet to be implemented because I didn't see any real difference there. Another thing which that tech could modify would be the distance that your trade nodes can reach. In fact, just tax over trade would be quite nice. Riot control. Enables crowd control gear, enables enforcers. Oh, is this for resistance? Yes, it is. They have high suppression. Huh. I like it. Those are all ahead of time. We've already got scrap motorcycles. That's ahead of time. Robotics we're probably not going to bother with, except maybe automation. Doctrine. We should probably start one in Doctrine. And I'm going to say that we are almost certainly 100% conventional warfare. Oh, there's a difference. Of the greater good and for the greater good. Current ruling party is ruler. Oh, that's if you go autocratic. Ah, Texas Brotherhood. We've been betrayed. Hmm. Does motorized tech influence trade? That's a good question. Because it feel like it definitely should. No. Diplo distance affects how far you can send volunteers, lend lease and the like. Oh! Must be within 100 kilometers of Lone Star. Which is really not very far. Okay. Hence the importance of the alphabet. Right, I was trying to decide whether I was going to go conventional warfare. I think that just makes the most sense. I mean, the only one where I'm like absolutely conventional warfare is NCR and New Canaan. In fact, the only one that's absolutely non-conventional warfare is New Canaan, because they're motorized bonuses. Twice the roads, twice the wealth. Trying to see if there's any military bonuses. I haven't seen any so far. Should trust search for doctrine. Land doctrine, land doctrine. So it doesn't push us in any direction. Just says land doctrine. So yes, I think I'm going to go conventional. It just makes sense for who we are. We'll leave the power armor to the others. Although we could also go refine. No, refined is power armor, right? Yes. Conventional. We're doing conventional. Decision made. Yeah, we have power armor, but we have the Texas Brotherhood who are better with it. So I'm going to leave them to do the power armory stuff, and I'll do the tanks. That's the basis along which I'm working. Keep specialities alive, especially as we're like caravanners. Like, we should have good motorized equipment, because vroom vroom means we can trade. Okay, so, do we want to start building some factories? Is there anything we can do, economic policy-wise, which would allow us to build factories faster? Because there is no mobilization in this. So, no. So I'm going to go ahead and start building some more civilian factories, I think. Which will get us up to 15, then after that, probably military factories, because, wow, we don't have very many. Build light ships. I never find ships to be really worthwhile in this. So 10 days until we get our quarterly report. And we'll deal with you in a minute. What I want to do first, though, is grab the self-sufficient statesman. So Lloyd Tower, we're bringing you in. A massacre outside Leetown, more than the Hand Gang. Our garrison at Leetown was awakened early this morning by an exhausted, blood-soaked caravan guard collapsing at the steps in their early hours. On the verge of collapsing? He already collapsed. On the verge of collapsing, he managed to say a few words to our garrison commander, Captain Rose Edmund. Ambush! Road! Massacre! A pause. Hand Gang. Edmund shook her head in disbelief. The Hand Gang? Surely not. They had been mostly wiped out by the lawmen in the Brotherhood Special Forces long ago, and the survivors weren't capable of an ambush, much less a massacre. Dutifully, however, Edmund gathered up her men and marched on the I-20. The early reports from her scouts were bad, but nothing could prepare her for the sight they were greeted with when they approached the river. The only movement amongst the bodies was a red banner fluttering. Lone Star removed 1 infrastructure in Lone Star, removed production of 6 production. A Hand Gang resurgence with Warlord rises. So is it Hand Gang or Hand Gang? Because you spell it both ways. Here it's Hand. And on the map I could have sworn it was Hang. Except I'm not seeing them now. Stream issues? Not on my end. Could have sworn they were up here somewhere. They are 2 different groups? Well, that's not confusing. Alright, seriously, where the heck are they? There they are. Hang dogs. Oh, it's the hang dogs I was thinking of, not the Hand Gang. So is it the Hand Gang or the Hang Gang? Yeah, it was Hang Dogs that I was thinking of. So then if we go here, Hand Gang. So it's a D, not a G. So that's a typo. Okay, that's why I was getting confused, because I was thinking Hang? It must be the Hang Gang, which I thought was the Hang Dogs, but they're not. Okay. Resolved. See ya. And thanks for joining us, Old World Blues devs. Appreciate that. Or happy, as I know you are. Really appreciate the input and everything. And thanks for the early morning messages this morning when I was like, I need to do some preparation for this. What was it? Okay, so the only movement amongst the bodies was a red banner fluttering, or the caravan was still just about fighting back. So that way we lose less stability, lose manpower. Warlord rises occurs in either way. So this is basically, do we want to lose the manpower or do we want to lose equipment? I mean, I would say they were still just about fighting back. We're going to fight back against this. It's not even the stability I was worried about. It's the fact that we lose more scrap metal, which we're going to need for vehicles and guns. Expand the military complexes. Now, we can't do these until we've done Strength and Unity. We can't do that until we've hired additional mercenaries. I think Strength and Unity. Economic Union modifiers will be increased. Economic Union modifiers. Oh, these. Okay. Our economic ties with the Brotherhood allow us to reap significant industrial benefits. Any attempt by one side to increase the profitability of the pact will surely benefit both sides equally. Let's get that going. And we have another military factory, which I think we're going to put into just regular old guns. Stonks! We aren't quite sure what an index fund is, or if they even exist. Against advice from our esteemed advisor, Jeremy, this investment has done great in growing the wealth of our nation. Bull? Or maybe bear? 150,000 caps, thank you for that. Speaking of which, quarterly income report comes in 3 days. Alright, next we need to do another research. We are now done in terms of agriculture for the time being. So we'll need to make some decisions about tool production or specialised production methods. We're definitely not doing tool scavenging. And if I remember correctly, there is basically no downside to going down this path. This is better short term, but long term to get here is better. Then this path is production efficiency versus factories in state. Yeah. Let's do improvised tools, though. Tool scavenging is better until we get tool production 5. Makes sense. How's my dev growth going? It's going well! Level 6! Development value is now 19.5, trade value 17, total value 46. And we already have our 1 route in use. Okay, so we can now spend some money, so we can lift the tax on luxury goods, which will increase our production. Political bribes would make the economy law changes cheaper. Oh, actually, you know what we should do? We should buy some guns from Butcher Pete's. So I would like... I think to get some... Oh no, we don't have the opinion for that. So yeah, we're going to buy some of those. We can only do it once at a time, I guess. Yeah, recent transaction with Butcher Pete's. Okay. And then we should have enough equipment to produce another I-20 patrolman. Oh, this actually requires spec ops. That's fine. We are limited in how many we can produce, but we'll get 2 of those going. Also, I'm going to flick those 2 to maximum. I wish there was a way of setting that as the default, but there isn't. Kakakodo wants me to drink some tea. Alright then. And then I think I'm going to make 1 more purchase. Ouroboros declared war on the old bones of equipment. Because part of the reason I'm doing this is to increase our opinion with them. We still have the recent transaction modifier. We could also buy dynamite. Dynamite! Troll warrant declared war on the carcass walkers, and we have got woodworking, which was construction. Resource gain efficiency or conversion cost and cell capacity. I don't think we need either of those. So now we need to start making some choices between workers needed versus work assignments. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be work assignments because we want as many factories in our states as possible, not because of the production, but because more factories means more development, means richer trade node. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, construction has been finished. We could get another building in Lone Star, but I think right now I'm going to increase infrastructure, because I do like my infrastructure, as I may have mentioned once or twice before. Though actually I am going to build another civilian factory, because I feel like I'm going to have lots of civilian factories, then basically use my economy to buy in the equipment I need. And if I'm buying in weapons, then the thing that I'm going to be short on consistently is Spec Ops gear. Although we're going to be limited in how much Spec Ops we can actually have, so never mind. Crisis on the Colorado. For the second time this season, the Leetown garrison's been woken in the early hours by blood-soaked messengers at their perimeter. While she hoped the day would never come, Captain Edmund is no fool and had been making preparations for another massive engagement with a hostile voice, and so sprung into action. This time, however, the attack had not come to the caravan in the I-20, but instead a large convoy following the Colorado southeast of Austin. Edmund's troops marched as fast as they could to reach the battle site, but by the time the garrison arrived, the attacking force was long gone. Instead, all that was left was the burnt-out caravans and canoes, with hundreds of bodies littering the ground. This was a tragedy of even greater proportions than the last attack. These attackers were efficient, merciless, and able to strike across a large area. Something sinister must be at work, for this kind of attack is far beyond the Hound Gang. Double the river patrols, this must not happen again. So we lose 80 convoys. Replace a Warlord Rises with a foreign attack. Division speed goes down, resource efficiency goes down, manpower goes down, encryption goes down, and construction speed goes down. Those are all the same. Or the next attack will surely come on the I-90. Oh, sorry, the I-20. So we lose manpower. Or our settlements could be next. Expand the garrisons. Which does increase stability. So this will cost manpower and convoys. I'm going to expand the garrisons, I think. Yeah. Red flag, sufficient attack. Might be the Legion, but they're still quite far off. True. Might be like scouting parties. Ouroboros took 2 states. The Old Bones were annexed. Ouroboros, where were they? Here. Goddess of the Dark Moon.